Hello everybody, it's Darren here. A little bit hesitant as normal because I just want to make sure that we're recording okay, or at least streaming all right. And we look like we are. Okay, so I can now relax, as it were, and I can basically introduce myself. Hi everybody, my name is Darren, and welcome to the Wednesday Hangout. We are part of zukul.trade. And tonight we're going to be going through binary options. We're going to be showing you how to trade binary options. Now, if you are new to this hangout, then we're going to do a little bit about Zukul and what Zukul is and the binary bots that we've got coming online. Basically, people are testing them now. So we're going to go through those, and then we're going to do some live trading. So if you want to do some live trading, if you go to the comments below me, the first comment, there's a link there. If you click that link and get yourself a demonstration account with pocket options, and we'll basically everything that I'm doing on the screen, you can actually follow along with me. And remember, okay, do it in demonstration mode. Do not be risking your own money, okay, unless you are a fantastic options trader, in which case you're probably not watching this, you're probably doing your own trading. So make sure that you're in your demonstration mode. Okay, so first of all, let me just have a quick look, make sure we've got everybody in the room. And so good evening everybody, or good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. If you do have any questions, if there's anything that you're unsure of, particularly about founders, for example, we'll touch on the founders, because I know where we released some information yesterday in yesterday's hangout. I'm sure some of you might have some questions on that. So if you've got any questions about founders, we'll cover that. And if you've got any questions about binary options or the binary option bot, then again, if time allows, we will certainly cover those as well. All I would ask is that you put the questions in capital letters, simply because obviously being on my own, I'm going to be flicking between screens, and just make sure that I can see it. If you put it in capitals, it just makes life a lot easier for me. I don't know whether I pointed the right way. Is that the right way? I don't know. Either way, it's at the side of me anyway. So just put it down into that chat in capitals, and like I say, I'll be able to pick up on that. Right, so we've got quite a few people in the room at the moment, which is great. Now, just while we're waiting for other people to join us or get their pocket options page up, or whatever it is that you want to do, like I said, I'm just going to go very quickly over the founders' positions, because after last night's hangout, we've got loads and loads of messages coming through about that. Obviously, lots of people very excited, and there are limited positions, as you would appreciate. So I'm going to quickly go over that, and then we're going to dive into the pocket options account, and we'll start to do some live trading. Probably be trading till about 9ish. We'll see how we're going. We traded a little bit later last week, just simply because people had questions and they wanted me to. It was helpful if I was answering those questions while we're trading. So we'll do that as we go along. Basically, we're just going to wing it. All right. Okay. Now, what I'm going to go through, I'm just going to quickly do a screen share. Now, regular viewers will realise that I will go silent when I'm trying to do something, because I'm not very good at multitasking. So just bear with me a moment. I'll just make sure that we're sharing okay. All right, I think we're okay there. All right, and we shall get rid of that. Okay. All right, so welcome to zukul.com. For those of you, and we have an awful lot of people who are looking at Zukul either with fresh eyes or possibly for the first time, because clearly there's a lot of interest in cryptocurrencies. There's also a lot of interest in trading, and we're also starting to tap into a new industry, which is binary options. And obviously we're going to tap into a totally new industry in the coming months, which is going to be Forex trading, which is, you know, if you thought the binary bot was exciting, wait till you see the smart wallet, and then obviously we've got Forex robots coming down the YouTube as well. So what is Zukul? Well, zukul.com, this is the website. Basically, we are now a cryptocurrency trading platform, which is a bit of a mouthful. Inside, you'll find a fully automated trading bot. Okay, it basically links to your cryptocurrencies platforms, your exchanges, and it basically will do trading for you automatically. None of your funds are held within Zukul at any point with any of our bots. You have full access to your funds. You can withdraw them whenever you want. We don't have control over those funds. All we do is you send us a API key, which is a little bit of code from your exchange, and it basically allows the trading software to do trades for you, open trades and close trades. That's basically what it does. So we've got a fully automated trading bots. We've got semi-automated trading bots. We will trade fiat currency. That's sort of dollars, euros, pound sterling against crypto. We've got trading bots that will do that for you. We've got crypto versus crypto trading bots. So that's like trading Bitcoin against Ethereum or Litecoin, that type of thing. And then we also have crypto to gold. Again, Bitcoin to gold, you'll be able to trade with that. And you can not only trade, you can also use these to sort of buy and hold your currencies. So whether you want to build stockpile of particular cryptocurrencies, then obviously these bots will allow you to do that as well. And as I've already touched on, we've got a binary options trading bot, which is currently being currently being tested in demo mode at the moment. We've just brought in a group of people to help us with this testing. We've been testing it for a long time in the back office, and obviously we've now got a few members of the team, and some of our members are now testing that. You'll start to see a lot of results starting to appear in our Facebook. So if you're in our Facebook group, you'll start to see a lot of results starting to be appearing in there. We have also got a crypto flipping ability, which is coming down the pipe. That is a smart wallet. There's more of that that we'll talk about as the weeks go by. And then, like I say, in production as well, we've also got Forex trading bot. Okay, so lots of things coming down the line. We also have a marketing platform. So for those of you who want to build a business, you've also then got access to our marketing platform. And again, very briefly, we've got a viral blogging system, page creators, landing page creator, that type of thing. We've got customer and lead management systems. We've got fully integrated autoresponders. We also have done-for-you landing pages and websites. We all have done-for-you email marketing sequences. We have a lot of marketing software applications in there as well. And of course, we have lots and lots of ongoing marketing training. And then we have the affiliate compensation plan. Again, very, very briefly. You'll get up to 40% affiliate commissions over 3 levels, up to 25% funnel commissions over 10 levels, 50% matching bonuses, again for all your personal directs, and bearing in mind that you could be applicable to have all of these happening all at the same time. So if you want more information about the compensation plan, you can search my YouTube channel for Zukul compensation plan, and obviously I go through it in a bit of detail there for you. Or better still is contact anybody who's made a comment below this video and ask them if they can explain it to you. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to do that. And of course, at the moment, you're going to be able to receive up to 100% trading profits on all of our current live bots. So all of the bots that I've just explained that are all live, you're going to receive 100% of those trading profits. And then you'll receive up to 90% of the trading profits of all of our future bots, which are currently in production. Okay. And if you want some proof, or you want to see who is making money with Zukul, the trading bots, we've got hundreds and hundreds of testimonials on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. If you go to our Facebook group, if you go to the bottom of our website, you'll find lots and lots of testimonials, and you'll probably find lots of testimonials as well in the comment sections of our videos. Okay, so lots of information about Zukul. And again, just very quickly, we're partnered with, or we're supporting the water project. So if there's any information in this that you find really worthwhile, then we would very much appreciate you helping us support the water project. And you can find a link in the comments section, and we will very much appreciate you helping us support this charity. Okay, founder positions, and let me just pause for breath and have a quick drink. Okay, so founder positions. Now, as we explained yesterday, we started founder positions, I think about 4 or 5 months ago, and we set up various agreements with those founders. Those agreements are still current, but there will be a closing date, okay? And basically, we've got new software coming down the line, and obviously we need to have a cut-off point for our current founder agreements. And that cut-off point is Monday, the 8th of October at 8 p.m. London time. So that's basically, it will be at the end of our regular Monday hangout, okay? So you've got, I think it's best part of a week and a half. Let's say you've got a week and a half to decide whether you would want to become a founder with the current arrangement that we have. Now, the current arrangement at the moment is the current founder positions. We have got platinum. We don't have any platinum founders, okay? We don't have any gold founders. I'm not sure if we have any more silver founder positions available. You'll need to check with Jeremy on that one. I know we had a flurry yesterday, so if you want to become a silver founder, you really do need to act fast. And then, because these have gone so well, we've, due to popular demand and lots of requests, we've opened up another, or our final founder level, which is the bronze founder. And to become a bronze founder, it's going to cost you 0.2 BTC, okay, so Bitcoin. And again, just a reminder, the closing date for the level, for the agreement and the prices of these is the 8th of October. Yeah, so there we go. So I'm just underlining the fact that they've been sold out. Okay, now the renewed founder positions, the renewed agreements. So the opening date will start on the next day, which will be Tuesday, the 9th of October. Okay, and all founder positions. Okay, so irrespective of whether we sell out of them or we don't, whatever the situation is, on the 31st of October, which is Wednesday at 8 p.m, again at the end of the Wednesday night hangout, then that will be the final closing date for all of our founder positions. Okay, so one of the questions that we're getting asked is, what are the benefits of becoming a founder? Well, if you register before the closing date on Monday the 8th of October, okay, you will have access to our new binary bot. Obviously that's the headline there, but you will also have access to all of our future software. Okay, so we've talked about the smart wallet, and we've talked about the Forex bot. We have also other plans coming down the pipeline. You will have lifetime access if you are a founder before Monday the 8th of October, or the cutoff on Monday the 8th of October. Okay, as we've already explained, the cost of being a founder at bronze or silver level is 0.25 or 0.2 BTC. Okay, and the binary bot, okay, there will be a profit percentage that will need to be made payable to Zukul on a weekly basis. So though you'll be a lifetime access, you'll need to pay a weekly profit based on the profit clearly that the bot will generate for you. And if you are a silver founder, if you are a platinum founder, it will be nil, obviously. If you are a gold founder, then it will be 10% of your profits will be paid in Bitcoin to Zukul. If you're a silver founder, it will be 15%. Bronze, it will be 25%. And if you are a leader, now we talked about leaders in some depth yesterday in the hangout, but basically if you are somebody who is able to bring in 100 referrals, you're going to be classed as a leader. If that is the case, then you need to make sure, as we've wanted to become a founder, is you need to submit a ticket to Zukul, a support ticket to Zukul, obviously giving your details, and obviously Jeremy will get in touch with you, and obviously he will come to a special arrangement with you around about your registering as a leader leader as opposed to a founder with Zukul. Okay, and obviously if you are a leader, then you will pay 15% of your weekly profits from the binary bot. If you're an advanced member, intermediate member, or a beginner's member, if you want to access the binary bot, then there is an annual fee of 0.15 BTC, 0.12 BTC, and 0.076 BTC. Clearly, depending on whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, obviously it's a decreasing amount. And that's for annual access to the binary bot. And you would pay a 50% profit on a weekly basis to Zukul. So, for example, if you made $100 in a particular week, then you would obviously pay Zukul $50 for use of the binary bot the following week. If you didn't make a profit, then you would still get use of the binary bot the following week. You wouldn't need to make a profit percentage payment. Okay, and of course, if you are a founder, then you're going to get a very advantageous position within the funnels. And if you're unsure what that means, then again, please go back through the compensation plan video that I've already done. Now, if you are going to register after Monday the 8th of October, so between the 9th of October and the 31st of October, again, you'll get access to all of the bots and all future software apps. Okay. The cost of a silver basically doubles. Okay, it goes to 0.5 of a Bitcoin, and the bronze doubles. It goes to 0.4 of a Bitcoin. So if you're thinking about becoming a founder, then clearly, if cost is an issue, then you might want to consider becoming a founder before the closing date on the 8th of October. As you can see, percentages remain the same for Zukul members. Leaders goes up to 50%, and bronze and founder percentage goes to 50 and 15% on your weekly profits. These are, as you can see, to be finalized after we testing the software performance. Okay, so these are guidance only. Okay. Again, if you're a leader, you need to contact Jeremy. He'll come to some arrangement with you, depending on what you can deliver for Zukul. Okay, so contact him. If you are a member of Zukul and you are not able or want to become a founder, then you have the option to upgrade and have access to the smart wallet. And again, the cost of that will be 2 Bitcoin if you're an advanced member, 3 Bitcoin if you're an intermediate member, and 5 Bitcoin if you are a beginner. Clearly, Bitcoin is quite low at the moment, so you might take the view that the deal isn't going to get any cheaper, but it's entirely up to you. You will see the information that's coming out, you'll see whether the results that are coming out, and obviously you can make a decision about whether getting the binary bot, getting the smart wallet is going to be advantageous for you. And of course, you have access to the funnels as well. So just as a comparison, at the top here, we have got the current agreement that we have with all of our founders, and then we have the new agreement, which, like I say, will start on the 9th of October. So again, that information is there, and I'll just hold that for a moment. So if you need to come back and refer to it, you can have a look at it and pause the video. And I'll just have a quick drink. Okay. All right. So just remember, irrespective of whether we sell all of the founder positions or not, there will be no more founder positions available after Wednesday, the 31st of October. Okay, right. Let me just shrink that, and let me just come back to the chat. So I'll just stop sharing, and we'll come back, and we will just have a quick whiz through, just see if we've got any questions. Oh, wow, we have got some. We've got lots of capitals going on here. So let me have a quick look. Okay. Right, David Horn. Hi, Dave. So when the time is right to go live, will we have instructions on how to load cash? Do we need to open another account? As you've suggested in the past, it looks like I have put in $500 in cash if I want to withdraw in cash. Okay. Right, Dave. So David's talking about the trading platform for binary options. Okay, so yes, before we go live, clearly, everybody will get really clear instructions. We will obviously do a hangout. We will obviously have video instructions, and then we'll have written instructions within the back office of Zukul. So yeah, we will make it absolutely crystal clear. And then again, when we do go live, we will obviously, Jeremy, myself, and the support team will obviously be on hand to answer any questions and queries, because part of what we're doing now with the testing is making sure, as always, is that there are always going to be little bugs. Okay, it may be IP addresses, it may be countries, it may be regions, whatever it might be. It might be that someone's on Chrome as opposed to somebody is on Firefox, or whatever it might be. We'll be obviously on. This is what we're learning over the next during this during this demo testing period that we're doing with you guys. So that's what we're learning, and obviously we'll put all that into a useful package for everybody before we go live, so everybody knows what we're doing, and then obviously we will then go live. So hopefully that answers your question and reassures you a little bit. All looks wrong. Can we get a copy of this presentation? Hi, Joe. There isn't really a need for you to have a copy of this presentation, really, and I say that simply because if you want to be a founder, you're going to want to hear from the horse's mouth. If I'm going to part with a lot of money and I'm going to put some confidence in a company, I want to speak to the owner of the company. And that's no disrespect to you or to anybody. It's just that you want to speak to the owner of the company rather than just saying, yeah, I'll be a founder. And also, Jeremy wants to make sure we've got the right people taking these founder positions. These founder positions are very, very precious. And we just want to make sure we're getting the right people to become founders. Okay. So there isn't. So the quick answer to that, Joe, is no. And again, the reason is because we want to make sure that we're getting the right people. You may know the right people. I'm not saying that you don't know the right people, but if you do know somebody, you know Fred down the road who wants to become a founder. When Fred speaks to Jeremy, Fred just needs to let Jeremy know that you've obviously introduced him, and obviously from that point of view, there won't be any problems. But no, we won't be making that presentation available for everybody. Okay, and I hope you understand. Struggling to get peace too much. Another 19 people have joined the Facebook group today. That's pretty good going. So you're a very busy person, Graham. Dave, yeah, great. A founder will be still paying the monthly package. Yes, Giles. So yeah, if you're a founder, then you need to still be paying a monthly package. I think Jeremy said yesterday you could be a starter member, okay, which I think is only $10, and you could be a founder. The problem is that you're going to miss out on a lot of commissions in the other funnels if that's the case. But you pay your money, you take your choice. You'll be earning an awful lot of money through the bots, I would imagine. So perhaps that may not be a consideration for you. But again, yes, in order to benefit from the funnels, then yes, you will need to be an active member, I think, as Jeremy put it. So Dave Horn is asking, can you explain the stop loss, please? I had mine set at 50 and it lost 280 in 2 lots. I did make a very good profit overall. Okay. Yeah, there was a blip in, I had something which was the opposite of that. So Dave Horn's question really is about, he's testing the bots with us. So he's got access to the bots. And basically, when you're setting the bots up, you'll set up a stop loss, which is how much you're wanting to to lose on that particular pairing that you're setting up. And I'm sure this will make a lot more sense once we do the trading bots next Monday. So if you want to look at the trading bots next Monday, then obviously go to next Monday's hangout. So what Dave's talking about there is that we'll set a stop loss. So I would imagine that Dave wants to risk $50 on a particular trading pair. So it might be Bitcoin versus dollar, let's say, for example. And remember, this is all in demo mode. This is not live mode, so he's not physically lost this money. And basically, the bot will then trade up to, if he's in a losing streak, it will lose up to $50, and then it will cut. Now it may be $51, maybe $52, but either way, it'll cut off at $50. Now the problem that Dave's bot has had there is that it's gone past that and gone on to 280. And there were a couple of pairings, because I had one as well, Dave, that did exactly the same thing. And so the programmers are now aware of that, and obviously they've now gone back to test that. And I believe it's now been fixed on the pairings that I've seen. So if you've got something that's different, if you want to put a support ticket in with your details, then please do that as well, because obviously we need that feedback for the programmers. However, Dave does go on to explain that irrespective of that, he's still made $334 in profit, which I don't think is too bad. I'd be pretty pleased with that. Okay, so hopefully that all explains everything. Okay, right, all questions are done. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to close this down. Now, if you are going to be trading with me, okay, hopefully you have logged into your Pocket Options account or your preferred binary options account. I'd be better if it was Pocket Options, simply because when I click a button, that button will also be on your account. So so what I'm going to do is obviously I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to go through the setup instructions, basically how we get everything done, and then we will basically start to do trading. Yeah, okay, sorry, Graham's just put in a question there, but that's fine. Okay, right, just bear with me a moment. Obviously I'm going to go quiet again while I make sure I don't disconnect myself while I'm sharing the screen. Okay, cool, right. Just get rid of that. And I will refresh. Let me just have a quick drink. Okay, right, I'm just waiting for this to warm through. I'm going to get rid of the presentation. So if you ask me any questions about founders later on, I'll have to wing it. Okay, right, okie doke. So this is the screen that I'm on at the moment. I'm on Zcash tab. So if you come up to this left hand here, click on this button, there's a drop down box. And as you can see, we've got currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, and stocks. If you just click on currencies and then go to, let's go with the top one, which is the Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar, I think it is. So if you just click on that, then at least we're now all looking at the same screen. Ignore all this gobbledygook on the left and ignore all this on the right. This is marketing, okay? This is to help you spend a lot more time on the website, but also to help you spend a little bit more money. And obviously the benefit of what we're doing is enabling you to not be distracted by all this going on. So for those of you looking at your screen for the first time, let's do a very quick orientation. So as we've already noticed here on the left hand side, if you click on this, you've got all of your usual trading pairs. So you can see here Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. If we go to cryptocurrencies, you've got ARDA, which is usually against ARDA against the US dollar. So Bitcoin against the US dollar. You've got Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin. So that type of pairing. Okay. You've then got commodities. So you've got a few commodities. Now, some of you will have asked, what's the difference between silver and silver OTC? Silver is obviously the price of silver against the dollar. Silver OTC, OTC stands for over the counter, which usually means, or traditionally refers to the fact that the market is closed, but it's still being traded. So again, somewhere around the world, it's an old term, if you like, but basically it's still being traded, but it's not necessarily being traded during its correct times. Okay, and then you've got stocks. Okay, and again, you can see here we've got basically the popular stocks, I suppose you would call them. And sometimes you get OTCs in. There you go. You've got an OTC here as well. All right, so you pick your, we'll stick with Australian dollar and Canadian dollars. So we'll just click on that for now and then click out of the box. Now the next thing we've got is a squiggly line here. Now as you can see, we've got the price moving up and down here. So this is the price movement that's going on. So we're going to change this. We're going to click on this button here. Now I prefer looking at candles. I find them a lot easier to interpret. But they do take a little bit of time to understand. When you click on the candles, you've then got a row of time zones here. So this is 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and so on. Then you've got 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then 1 hour, 4 hours, and 1 day. And that basically means that each candle that is represented here will be the price movement during a particular day. Now, we're going to use for 1 minute. So we're going to click on the M1. And then once we do that, the screen will then change, hopefully. Hopefully your screen is working a lot quicker than mine is. I'm sure why it's not. Oh, there we go. I got a bit impatient then. Sorry, guys. And then click the cross sign. So we've now got the same pairing, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, but now the price is represented in candles. And you'll notice if I scroll in, okay, and all I'm doing there is just using the wheel on my mouse to scroll in and scroll out. So, and then if you want to move the chart, if you just left click and hold and then just slide your mouse, it'll move the chart around. Okay, so what have we got? We've got a green candle and a red candle. So very briefly, what happens is, as you can see, this is the new price. You can see the candle moving up and down, and as the price moves during that minute section, okay, you can see that the price comes down, and then if it moves up again, it creates what we call a wick or a tail. So that's what is happening here. Now, what happens is, okay, let's use this because this is a brilliant example. Okay, so hopefully you're following this. Now, as you can see with this candle here, okay, the price started at, what is that, 0.94, okay? Then during the course of a minute, it rose a little bit, then came down, and then dropped all the way down here. And then before the end of the minute, it closed just here. And so the wicks at the top and the bottom just signify the movement during the course of that minute. But basically, it opened here, so it's 60 seconds it started here, and then at 0 seconds it finished here, and then the next candle started immediately afterwards. Okay, so where that candle ended, this candle starts, and you can see that looking at this tail, the price dropped but then rose up here, and then at the end of the minute it closed here. Okay, then the next candle in the next minute opened here, it dropped down here, and then closed here. And then this is where it gets interesting. You'll notice that here, the candle opened here, okay, it rose, sorry, it dropped all the way down here, and then rose, and then here, it then dropped again, okay, and rose, and so on and so on. So hopefully you can understand the difference between how those candles work. And that's important that you know that a green candle is a price increase and a red candle is a price decrease. That's an important element of what we're going to be talking about. And we've set it at 1 minute candles, okay? And because we've set it at 1 minute candles, if you come down to the bottom here, we've got time until purchase. If you click on the countdown clock, just make sure that that also says 1 minute. It should be the default, but you know, it might be. I don't know if you're on a different. I'm on Chrome, but if you're on something different, then obviously it might, your default might be different. So just make sure it's on 1 minute. Okay. The next one is, because obviously it's very difficult to interpret whether you think that this can. Whoops, sorry. We got very excited then. Just bear with me a second. Just go back here. So it's very difficult to know whether this candle here is going to finish down, i.e. is it going to be a red candle, or is it going to be a blue candle, or a green candle, I should say. Is it going to go up? And basically, binary options, we're going to make a decision about whether the price in the next minute is going to be higher or lower than the time or the price when we click these buttons. Okay, and it's very difficult to understand if that's going to be the case without giving us a little bit of help. So what we're going to do is we're going to use what we call an indicator. So that line up here, I'm going to click on that. And you can see here we've got the popular indicators. And we're going to choose Bollinger Bands because I find this the easiest one to explain to people. It's really, really straightforward. Now the settings for your indicator, okay, you're going to change it. Normally, I would set it at 20 and I would set this at 2. Okay, what do they mean? Well, basically, period means that it's going to give you what we call a moving average over 20 candles. Okay, so remember, we've got 1 minute candles, so that's over the past 20 minutes. You can change this up and down as much as you want. Okay, but I'm going to just leave it at 20 because that's what I would do normally. Okay. Deviation, you don't need to understand other than the fact that it's the difference between the top line and the bottom line. If you don't know what I mean, I'll show you in a moment. The top line, okay, we're going to keep that one as red. Okay, so we're going to choose red. And we're going to make it 2 pixels wide because I'm blind, as you know, with my glasses. The bottom line, we're going to make that green. You can make them any colours you want. The colour is irrelevant. It's just, it helps me know which button to press, if I'm honest. And then once we've done all that, click OK. And then what you'll see is we now have, if we just zoom out a little bit, we now have what's called a Bollinger Band. And you can see here, this line in the middle, that's that moving average. It's called an SMA, which is a simple moving average. And basically, it takes the last 20 candles, it divides it by 20, and that's the price. Okay, it's very, very simple. And so that's the moving average. And then you've got that deviation. So the deviation between the top and the bottom, as you can see, is based on that 2, that number 2. All right. You don't need to understand the calculation. If you're that interested, then obviously you can Google it later on. Now, our system is very, very simple. What we're going to do is when the candle closes or gets close to a close above that red line, okay, we're going to click that red button. Because what we're going to do is we're going to assume that the price is going to reverse. Because if I zoom out, you can see that the price is trying to always keep within this Bollinger Band. Okay, so if it goes out of the Bollinger Band, it wants to come back. If it goes below it, it wants to come back in. Now, sometimes it may take, it'll happen quite quickly. If we come back a bit here, let's say, for example, here. So you can see here, the price dropped, came out of the Bollinger Band at the bottom. So we now know, because this is our green line, that we click the green button because we think that the next candle, that price is going to finish higher. Okay, and if we'd done that, we would have won that bet. Here you can see that the same scenario, candles come out, we would have pressed that green button, but you can see the next candle actually finished lower, so we would have lost that bet. Now what we will do tonight is that we will make an immediate bet, an immediate second bet. So if we think we're going to lose this bet, we will get ready to click that green button again to then place that other bet. Okay, and in doing so, we will offset the loss that we had here. Okay, so we're going to be betting, let's say $300 here. Because we got it wrong, we would have lost $300. But because we placed another bet here, we would have got back a little bit of that $300. So we would have got back $288 from there. So it would have offset that loss. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing tonight. All right, now we're going to ignore these two boxes here, and the only other thing really that you need to be aware of is this time here. Ignore the one on the left, ignore this. Okay, this is just an ignore strike price. These are all just trying to give you too much overwhelming information. You're ignoring what's going on here. The only one you want to look at is this countdown here. So you can see where it's now 37, 36. We're going to be placing our bet when it goes down to about 5 seconds. Okay, so it will say 1 minute and 5 seconds. So it'll be 105S. That's about the point that you'll want to be placing your bet. Now, obviously, I'll be doing some demonstrations with you, and we'll be doing this live. Okay, so hopefully that explains everything. Now, the only thing that we need to talk about is what are we going to bet? Okay, so we have got what have we got here? $13,000. Now, this is my demo account. You can see here it says demo. All right, I'm doing demonstration trading. Okay, and that's clearly what I want you guys to be doing as well. Please don't use real money. Okay, simply because I'm going to be doing some trades to try and demonstrate what happens when we lose, and what is a good trade to make and what is a bad trade to make. So, like I say, I know some guys traded live with live money last week, and that's fine. If you're just doing like little amounts of money, then that's absolutely fine. But like I say, I strongly recommend that we just stick in demo mode. Now, that's how much is our trading balance, if you like. Okay, now as an advisory, okay, if you're trading manually like this, we normally go with around about between 1% and 5% of your balance. So if we were to times that by 5%, it should give you 650. Now, if 650, okay, feels too rich for you, or if whatever the number is feels too rich for you, then just simply go down from that. So it might be that you think, you know what, that's probably too much. I might be happy with 400. Okay. Whatever number you feel comfortable with, but start at the 5% and just see what your gut reaction is. If it's too much, if you're happy with it, then go with it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with what should we go with? I'll go with 500 tonight. Okay, so we'll just click that. If you want to change it, down to $1, you can do that. That's the minimum you can trade. It'll only allow you to trade in dollars and hold dollars. It won't allow you to do sort of $1.50 or anything like that. But tonight we're going to be going in. Oops. There we go. We're going to be trading $500 each time. Okay. So let's see how we get on. Right, now then, so I've gone through the physicalities of what the candles are, what the Bollinger Bands are, and everything like that. Okay, now the 22 will give you less signals, but it will probably give you more safer signals in some cases. All right, it's not a foolproof system. As you can see here, we would have lost if we'd been trading our system here. All right, so that's an example. Now, I'm just going to quickly go back to the Hangout just to see if we've got any questions, just to make sure we've got everybody's all at the same rate as us. Okay, so I do apologise. I've got Calogero Basil, who has taken the bonus from Pocket Option. What should you do to pay every week? Okay, all of that will be made very, very clear to you. Okay, please don't worry about that, Basil. We'll make that really clear. There will be more than likely a button, or there will be a button in your back office in Zukul. Okay, it'll be very, very simple and straightforward. There'll be an invoice. It will show you exactly what you need to pay and when you need to pay it. So please don't let that be a concern. It'll be fine. Where is your question, Patrick? Patrick, what is your question? Put it in capitals. Patrick, have you asked a question? You put it in capitals, I'll be able to see it. Darren skipped my question as well. Did anyone see it? Just Tom Hankins, if you put it in capitals, I'll see it. I don't see. Yeah, if it's in capitals, I'll see it. Okay. So Tom Hankins, please put your question in capitals. Patrick, if you've got a question, put that in capitals. Make sure you're putting it in this chat here. Okay, don't put it in the comments because comments aren't live at the moment. You just put it in this chat here, then I'll be able to see it. Okay, Patrick's missing his question. Graham Burr, as far as earning are concerned, what is the difference between a silver founder member and a bronze founder member? I'm not sure what you mean as earnings, Graham. If you mean funnel earnings, then or affiliate earnings, then obviously it depends on how big the team is below you, how big a team is being built below you. But you'll know that already. As far as percentage earnings are concerned, I'm not sure. You need to be a little bit more specific about that one, Graham. Sorry. Jonathan, in your opinion, what is the very best manual long-term strategy for binary options? Okay, I'm going to cover that, Jonathan, tonight. Don't worry about that. Patrick, meant as affiliate earnings. Well, as affiliate earnings, you will earn 3 levels, which is the same as it is now. Okay, so so I think it's 40% overall over the 3 levels. Tom Hankins has got my answer right. Great, no problem. Sorry, that was Patrick's question, Graham. All right, thank you. Yeah, so Patrick, basically affiliate earnings are exactly the same. So you'll earn 40% over 3 levels. Okay, the benefit of being a founder clearly is that you're at I don't forget now which way we looked at, top or bottom of the funnel. Basically, the business is built. You know, obviously you've got the company at the top, and then obviously below that you've got everybody else who comes in. So again, I'm not going to go into the compensation plan really tonight. I've done lots and lots of hangouts about the compensation plan. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to go back to pocket options. Okay. So now what I want to demonstrate is what is a good chart and what is a bad chart. Now we're looking at a bad chart at the moment, and that is quite easy to see. You've got this line that is going up and it's going down, and the Bollinger Bands are quite far apart. What we're going to do is for tonight, I'm going to change my Bollinger Bands. So I'm going to edit them, and I'm going to set them to what shall I set them to? I'll set them to 15, and I will set them to 1. To 1.5. Okay. Now normally I'd do 15 and 1.75, but again I want to make sure that we've got some good signals in the time that we're talking about. I'm now going to click on this left-hand button, and we're going to go to our favorite cryptocurrencies. Okay, and I'm going to choose. I'm just very quickly going to go through some of these. I know some of them are normally better than others, so I'm going to go check out ZEC BTC, which is down at the bottom left-hand side. That automatically looks like it could be a useful chart for us. Okay, so we like that one. Now I'm going to click the little star on the left-hand side. I'll go to XMR BTC. That one looks a bit more lively, but we'll click on that anyway. What's the next one? NEO. Again, we'll click on the star of that, and we will look at Burst. That's usually quite interesting. We'll click on Burst as well. Okay, so what I've done is, as you can see, I've now got ZEC BTC, XMR BTC, NEO, and Burst across the top. If you're not sure of how I've done that, all I've done is I've opened it and I've just clicked on the little star, and it just basically puts a little short code at the top. All right. Now you can, if you're trading manually, you could actually open 4 windows. You could get 4 windows in, not obviously in here, but basically you just click this and you could create basically 4, just open 4 tabs and then split them up. I'm sure you'll be able to work that out for yourself. So you could do it that way as well. So burst looks like it's in the burst looks like it's in the center, so we'll move away from that. Neo. Okay, now this looks, why do I think that these look quite good? Well, basically you see that we've now got a relatively smooth SMA that's running down the middle, okay? And the Bollinger Bands are relatively close together. And the third thing is that the candles are alternating. So you've got red, green, red, green, green, red. Then you've got a little run. Then once it comes to the Bollinger Bands, they go alternating again. So that makes me think that this is potentially a really good opportunity to trade. Okay. Again, we've got a bit of a rise here, which looks risky, but the candles look alternating. You see, green, red, okay, because you want them to go up, down, up, down, up, down. We had a little bit of a wobble here, but that looks like we might get some trades. Okay, look, see this candle's gone up above this band. Okay, so I'm in XMR BTC, and we've got a candle that's come out, and we're looking at this countdown, all right? And we're going to look to see if this candle, oops, so it's dropped down, unfortunately. Okay, it's dropped down, but we're going to keep an eye on this. Okay, see if it pops up again in time for tea, in time for our us to place that order. And if it does go up, then obviously we're going to click the red button. So it doesn't look like it is. Okay, so we'll move away from that. So I'm just going to go over to ZEC BTC now. Okay. Again, looks quite good. Should get some signals there. XMR BTC. Click on Neo. Click on Burst. Right. Let's see what's going on here. Now this one is flirting with the green. Okay, so I'm on ZEC BTC. Now you can see here that we would have placed a bet here for it to go down, and the price went up, so we would have lost that. But we would have placed another bet here, okay, just at the close. And although that candle also increased, it still closed below that candle here, so we would have won that bet. Okay. Okay, nothing's happening there. All right, we'll go over to XMR. Now, Neo. Okay, Neo looks like, oh no. Sorry guys, I can only work with the charts that it's giving me. Let's have a look at Burst. Now, back to ZEC BTC. XMR. Neo. Burst. Nope. ZEC BTC again. Nope. XMR. Neo. That's ZEC BTC. No, XMR. Maybe. It's got a lot of movement in there, hasn't it? Go back to Neo. Go back to Burst. XMR BTC. See, now what would make me worried, if you like, is this. See this incline that's going on now? And there's some big See, it drops and then comes up. If I was trading with real money, I would be nervous about XMR BTC at the moment. I'd probably be only making small 1% bets. I'm just trying to see if we can get, there we go. Right, 4 seconds, 2, 1, and my net ZEC BTC. Okay, we've got a candle that looks like it might pop up. So ZEC BTC, we need to come back to that one, guys. There's an opportunity there, I think. Go to Neo, back to Burst. No, I think ZEC BTC looks about favourite. Okay. Now, you see it's come up. We've got about 30 seconds to go before we need to make a decision. And what we need to just do is just scan out a little bit and just see what the recent highs have been. You see how that candle is now near those highs? Okay. So we're going to get, wasn't let the countdown. We're going to move over to the red button. Remember, we think the price will go down. We've got 7, 6, 5, and we're going to place the bet now. Oh no, what's happened? It's not placed my bet. I wonder if you guys have got the same problem. So I would have placed a down bet then. I'm just refreshing the screen, so for some reason it didn't place my bet. So if you guys have, then that would be great. Okay, our bet here. Okay, we've got 30 seconds to go. Let's see if the price would have won or it would have lost. Okay, 20 seconds to go. It's going back up, down. Oh, it's all over the place. Ten seconds to go. Okay, so looks like we would have won that bet. Okay, we would have won ourselves a nice $980 or $480 worth of profit. So hopefully you guys have traded that one better than I did, because for some reason it wouldn't accept my click. It might be because I'm doing a live streaming. Let's just have a quick look at the others. Right, I'm going to get rid of Burst and Neo. And we'll just have a quick look, see if there's any others that look like we can do some trading with. What's this one like? That's not too bad. So I'm on Bitcoin Cash BTC. Okay, you can see here. Hopefully that'll go down and then the next one will go up. Let's just have a go over ZEC BTC. Oh, just missed again. Sorry, guys. XMR BTC. Okay, Bitcoin Cash BTC. Right, we're on 30 odd seconds. Okay, the price has gone up. All right, we're looking to make a red button click. Okay, and we're looking to do that if it stays up. Okay, so we've got 13 seconds, 12. Make sure you got your mouse over the little red button. 8, 7, 6, 5, now. Yay, right. Okay, so we've got some skin in the game at last. So irrespective of what happens, okay, we will see what, we'll go through the process. So as you can see, I've placed a bet thinking that the price will now come down. All right, there is a word of caution because that SMA is on its way up, so that could be a bad bet. And if the price continues to go up like this, and we get into around about 10 seconds, we want to make sure that we've got our mouse over this button here. Okay, so let's just scroll down. So you can see its recent highs, you know, still quite high up here, you see. So it could quite easily go up that high. You can see here we've got 14 seconds, 10. So mouse over the red button again. And we're going to go now. Okay, so we're placing another bet. Okay. Now then, that's interesting. See that gap? Okay. Now, whenever there's a gap, that usually means that it's going to cover that gap. So I'm just going to place another down bet. This is a speculative one, and it's one that I would do purely because I am in demo mode. Okay, I would not be doing this if I was trading my live money. But again, I just want to make sure that you're understanding my thinking. So you can see we've got some highs here. All right, so that means that that candle potentially could go higher. But do you see that the next candle here, this was the way it finished, the candle gapped, if you like. It basically started up here, it jumped. What happens traditionally is that the price will then recover that gap. So at the moment, you can see here that there's about 4 seconds, 3 seconds to go. It looks like that was a good decision to make, because what we've done is we've made back our loss. Okay, remember that we lost that trade, so we bet again. All right, and so we've just made $1,800. Okay, but like I say, that second bet is not one that I would necessarily have done unless I was really, really confident that that price change, that gap there. See the gap here that I'm talking about. Let me just zoom in so you can see it. So that's where the candle finished, because the candle rose during that minute, and then it gapped. It started here. That's where the candle started. And so what tends to happen is the price will cover that gap. All right. See if I can give you another example of that happening. Here, see the price here, and then there's a gap. Price goes up, and then very quickly it then covers that gap up again. So whenever you do get a gap, there's a gap that wasn't covered until it came to about here. But wherever there's a gap, there is usually a recovery. Now we just want to get back. We're going to go see here. Now again, we would have, had I been paying attention, I would have placed a down bet here, because again the candle came up out of the Bollinger Band, and I would have placed a down bet at this point. So it's just basically just wait to see if this one plays out. Seconds to go. Let's just have a quick look at the other two. Okay. So here, candle came up, we would have placed a down bet on here, and it looks like we would have won that bet as well if I'd been paying attention. So I'm sorry about that, guys. So you would have won there. Right, I'm just going to very quickly come back to, I'm conscious we've come up to the hour. Right, do we have any questions, guys? I'm just going to see if we've got anything in here. In your experience, what are the best time? Okay, so Jonathan Drew is asking, what are the best times to day trade binary options? Now, the best thing to do, in all honesty, Jonathan, is basically to paper trade for a couple of days, and you can do that. Let me show you. Excuse me, how I would do that. Right, if I zoom out to a reasonable amount, now you'll need some screen capture. I use Snagit, which you can see peeking up at this. So what I would do is I would zoom out so I can still see the candles. But you'll notice here we've got the times of day running along the bottom. And what I would do is I would simply get to a point here, take a screenshot of that, and then I would then scroll along. I would then take another screenshot, then scroll along, take another screenshot, and you could probably get, you know, a good 18 hours, 24 hours worth of screenshots. And then all you would then do is then look, you then literally paper trade those candles. So if we just take a closer look here, so bearing in mind that our rule is, that if it's a red candle, we would go up. Okay, if it's a green candle, we would go down. So you would simply go along and just make marks. So you'd have one there, you'd have one there, another win, another win. You wouldn't have traded that. That would have been a loss. You probably wouldn't have traded that. There's another win. There's another win. There's a win. There's a double win because you'd have won there and then you'd have traded that one as well. So there's a double win, 2 wins there. Another win, another win, another win. So in that period there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You'd have got 11 winners and 1 loss, which ain't bad, is it? Okay. And again, you would possibly look at different different combinations. So at the moment, we've got a 15, 1.5 for our Bollinger Band. So you might want to look at 15 and 1 3/4. You might want to look at 20 and 1.5. You know, it's really up to you. So whatever you're comfortable with in that trading risk, if you like. And then from that, obviously, you'll then have the winners. Make a note of the winners and like a little spreadsheet, if you like. And what I have found, and this is, you know, it's relatively scientific. What I've found is that between the hours of sort of 7 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the morning, British time, and then this time in the evening, sort of between 8:30 and 11:30, those have been relatively good times where there's been less volatility. Okay, so if you look at this, this area here would have been a really good time to trade, looking at that period there, and that is between 6 and, looks like between 6 and 8 o'clock. Okay, so it's just called me a liar, that, hasn't it? Yeah, here during the actual meat of the day in the afternoon, it's been horrific. Yeah, it's been absolutely always been a bloodbath, that, hasn't it, between the morning and what's that, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But then before then, you can see here, it looks not too stable either. So it really depends on what it is that you're looking at, okay, and what you're trading. But like I say, from British time, it's usually, I found it really good in the morning, and like I say, especially good in the evenings or late evenings. So hopefully that helps you. But again, it will differ. It'll be different for each pairing that you're trading or looking at. So I'm sorry, I haven't got a silver bullet answer for that one, Jonathan. But like I say, this time in the evening, I've found pretty good. Dave Horn has made. Oh, fantastic! Well done, Dave. So he's just made $192. That's pretty good going. Right, I think that is where we are with questions. I shall give it a few more minutes because I know there's obviously a time delay between me speaking and you guys hearing. So last call for any questions. I do apologise that we haven't done as much trading as I would have liked, but hopefully you understand when I've entered the trade and when I haven't. And obviously we've made a little bit of money while we've been doing this trading. So it looks like on ZEC BTC, you've got an opportunity here with 10 seconds to go. Well, it's just dipped back up. So I'll just hang on here. I can't resist it. No. Ooh, in. Okay. So again, so on ZEC BTC, it's popped out the bottom, so I've just gone up. All right. So we'll see how that goes. So guys, have you got any questions? Well, we'll let them. Your silver bullet is the bot. It works when you're not. Exactly, Dave. Yeah. And clearly I'm showing you a very simple way of doing trading because I like simple. There are other people who will give you MACDs to look at, they'll give you RSIs to look at, and obviously looking for various confirmations. That's great, but by the time you've found those confirmations and understood them, it could well be that your opportunity to enter the market has passed. So I forgot that we had a trade in play. Oh, we've just lost it. Look at that. Oh, we look like we're losing it. So we'll just go up again. I shouldn't really, without really checking, but like I say, I'm on demo, so I'm just throwing caution to the wind. Now it's lower. It's not quite as low as that. But it's the lowest it's been for a large part of the day. So there is a chance that it might go up. But what worries me now is obviously that dip, okay, and as you can see, it's moving against me. So it might finish on an absolute loser, which will be the first time in about 5 weeks. So it's worth sticking around just for that. Let me just see. Any last questions, guys? Great answers, much appreciated, thank you. No problem, Jonathan, no problem at all. And I think in a previous hangout, I've actually showed you how I do manually trading. So you might want to look at that. Look at those on how I've done it. Yeah, and we look like we're going to lose this. Okay, so we're going to end on a sad note, but hopefully a note of caution, a cautionary tale, I think we'll call it. All right, we'll close that down. Okay, guys, hopefully that was useful. If there's any questions, then obviously you know how to get in touch with me. Just a final reminder, if you are a member of Zukul and you want to leave any feedback or a little testimonial or a little bit of a bio about yourself and a link, then obviously pop it in the bottom. If you're looking at Zukul for the first time, then clearly the people who are putting their stuff in the comments, get in touch with them, because they'll be able to explain how Zukul works and how it's working for them. Zukul is only invitation only, okay, so you can only join Zukul via an invitation. So if you want an invitation, guess where you're going to get it? You're going to get it in the comments section. All right, guys, thanks very much, really appreciate it, and we will speak, I'm sure. I've forgotten to stop sharing, haven't I? You're just looking at my screen. Sorry about that. There we go. So thanks very much. If you want more information, like I say, about the bots or about Zukul, go to the comments below. Those guys will be more than happy to show you what they're doing. Go to our Facebook group. Again, they'll show you where the Facebook group is. And if you want to come and watch us again, we will be here, I think, Monday, Jeremy said, so we'll be here on Monday. And I think, let me just get my calendar bit up. Yeah, after we've got a week and a half to go, if you are interested in becoming a founder, like I say, those positions will not hang around forever. There is an ultimate cut-off date on the 31st of October. All right, thank you very much. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.